Well, Donald Trump's comments drew ire from both sides of the Atlantic, including here in Washington, where Joe Biden reacted to them, saying Donald Trump's admission that he intends to give Putin a green light for more war and violence, to continue his brutal assault against a free Ukraine, and to expand his aggression to the people of Poland and the Baltic states are appalling and dangerous. That then adding to a White House statement that got released over the weekend, calling the comments, quote, unhinged. Perhaps most interestingly, though, has been the admissions from his own party. Senator Marco Rubio from Florida was on the Sunday shows on CNN on Sunday, and he is somebody who has endorsed Trump and brought back a line that we haven't really heard since after the January 6th riot on the Capitol. He said it was just rhetoric. It was Donald Trump speaking like a non-traditional politician, and just said that he was telling a story from his past. That, however, has been pushed back upon by numerous analysts here in the United States who say, first of all, there's no way that a head of state would call Donald Trump sir, and that is the way that he said that they had approached him, but said that the story was likely fantasy. Now, Marco Rubio's comments are interesting because he was the Republican co-sponsor of a bill that went through Congress late in December, which basically said that no president will be able to unilaterally withdraw from NATO or suspend their membership for NATO without congressional approval. So interesting from Marco Rubio, the person standing up for Donald Trump, considering his history and his support for NATO.
Now, talking about helping allies and partners, the Senate is currently trying to pass a $95 billion aid package for Ukraine and Israel. But Donald Trump seems to be pressuring Republicans to reject it, just like he did with the border deal, right?
Yeah, that border deal was something that was meant to be even bigger than this $95 billion bill, which we're now seeing go through the Senate. Effectively, the border contingent of that original bill is being carved off to one side, and now the aid is effectively left on its own. A significant chunk of that, around $60 billion, headed to Ukraine. Now, it passed some important procedural votes over the weekend. The Senate had a rare back-to-back session on Saturday and Sunday, even during the Super Bowl, where they tried to advance this bill, and ultimately 18 Republican senators sided with the Democrats to try to get this through to now two more procedural votes before we see what will likely be the final passing vote, if it does pass indeed, on Wednesday. However, this bill is not out of the woods yet. It still needs to go to the House, and it is there that really this is where things have been sticking. House Speaker Mike Johnson has not said whether he will allow this to be voted on in the House, and actually the House has not passed any major aid for Ukraine since the Republicans took control in January 2023. Now, the main efforts, as you said, have been tanked by Donald Trump because originally he wanted this to be it was originally part of a bigger deal with the border, and Donald Trump saw that as an issue that he wanted to run on in the election and therefore didn't want anything to be fixed in time. That at least is what the Democrats are arguing. The Republicans say that the bill didn't go far enough. They wanted to be more conservative, even though most analysts say this is the most conservative border bill in some time. And Democrats have argued that the Republicans need to stop playing chicken with national security.